Okay, so I have all of these plus some other ones, and there's just stuff everywhere, and I'm tired of dealing with it. So today I'm going to build something to organize the organizing. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is what we're going to build today. Stick around till the end or skip to the end, and I had a mistake that I'll show you. All right, so I have a few of these. I think I got 6 of these total that I've had for years. These are my favorite ones. I don't like the ones that have the dividers that move, because if you put something small in them, it sneaks up under the dividers and the dividers fall out, and then, anyway, it becomes a big old mess. This is my favorite size. I can't find these anymore. I've kind of looked, and part of it is when you do find them, they want like $5 or $6 a piece for them, which is crazy. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to base the design off of this. So find you a size that you like, and then you can kind of base the thing off of that. Now, you want to be able to, when we're going to build a little shelf thing, and so when you go to do it, you want to be able to grab them in the front like this. So you don't want to build a shelf that extends all the way to the front or even out. I've made some before that have kind of a scoop out in there, and that works if you have all of your boxes the exact same size, and it looks really nice. But what we're going to do, so we're going to build it so that it's 6 inches deep, so that when you put them in, they stop, and then you've got an inch to be able to grab and pull them out. Now, this size will also work with a bunch of the other ones, because see, I can put, if I make another shelf going up, that's going to be a little too wide, but you see, you can do stuff like that. So as you work it out, they don't need to be quite as tall. So then you measure. So this is going to be 6 by, we'll say 11 on the inside, and then it's 1.5 inches, so we'll make it, it's a little over 1.5 inches, so we'll make it 1.25 inches, so they'll slide in and out nice and easy. And that'll be the first 6 shelves for those. And then on these kind of ones we can do, let's see. That's 1 inch, so we'll do 1.25 inches. I've actually measured quite a few of these. 1.25 inches is a good depth for those. All right, we're going to start laying this out, and our boxes are exactly 1.5 inches. So we're going to make a hole that's 1.75 inches for each one, and then we're going to move up, allow 1/4 inch for the shelf, and so we just keep doing that. So actually what we're doing is, in this instance, we're doing 2 inches and then dropping back to put the shelf. Because 1.75 inches plus 1/4 inch is 2 inches, so it makes it easy for me to lay this out. The top 3 are going to be narrower, so they're going to be 1/4 inch smaller. So then I'm going to go back and check and make sure all my holes are the right size. So that one's 1.75 inches. Alright, so now I'm going to cut my board off right across here. Alright, so I've got my dado blade in here, and you may notice this is not your normal dado blade. This is a wobbler dado blade, and I'm using it because it'll do less than 1/4 inch, where a normal dado blade does like 1/8 inch, and you put 2 of them in there, you get 1/4 inch. And my plywood that I'm using for my shelves is 0.2 instead of 0.25, so I need something a little narrower. And I'm just lining up to make sure that my first cut's going to be in the right place. I've got it locked down, and here we go. Alright, so now I'm going to cut this board in at 6 inches. And there we have our 2 halves that are going to, the dados are going to match up perfectly. Okay, so if I allow 11 inches for my trays, then I need a top and bottom that measure 12.5. And so I've cut those, and I'm going to get them glued in place. And I've got it laying in a square just to try to keep things squared up just a little bit. All right, now we need to cut a back for it, so it's going to be 12.5 this way, and 17 3/16 this way. All right, then we slide the shelves in. Okay, so now this bottom one, when you put it in, it's going to be hard to grab it because there's no room underneath it. So we're going to put some little feet on this thing. I'm just raising it up about 5/8 of an inch. So now when we put this in here, you can grab it out really easy, like that. Okay, there it is all finished and loaded, and this actually not only holds all that big pile of stuff, but I've got some other things in drawers that I'm going to put. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these empty that I can put more stuff in. All right, so I actually built this thing twice. This is the first one, and I messed up and made it the exact height of these trays right here, and so they wouldn't go in there. Anyway, you know, if you build stuff, y'all, you make mistakes. Don't beat yourself up over it. And you know, as far as organization goes, if your shop's a mess, just start with organizing part of it. I've got a video that talks about organizing your shop, and one of the things is everything has to have a place to go. Otherwise, it takes you forever to clean up because you don't have anywhere to put the stuff that's laying around. So if you just start organizing one part of it, you'll get that energy of how much easier and how much better that area is to work, and maybe it'll encourage you to do all of it, and then you'll make more and more things. All right, well, I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you for watching.